After 20 years, you know we back. No more Snyder, more McLaurin. 1-4 with the passion, you know we scoring. FedEx field back lit, no it is not boring. John Allen lead the troops, yeah you know we storming. Burgundy and gold in my veins, yeah I bleed that. St. Jude saw the ball, grab a pig, yeah I need that. So there we have it, ladies and gentlemen. The Washington Commanders just announced Sam Howell as the starting quarterback for the 2023 season. Let's talk about it. YouTube, what's going on? It's Juan Gotti here with another Washington Commanders video. And in today's video, I'm coming on here with a video where we're going to be talking about Sam Howell being named the Washington Commanders starter for the 2023 season. So without further ado, let's get straight into today's video. But before we do, make sure you guys go down below, leave a like on this video, subscribe if you're new, and turn on post notifications so you get notified when I upload new content like this to the channel. We're on the road to 6,000 subscribers. Please hit that subscribe button again if you haven't already. It's totally free. Once we hit 6,000 subscribers, I will be doing a merch giveaway. So you have a chance to win some free merch by subscribing to a free YouTube channel. Man, I would love to do. I would do that. That's all I'm gonna say. I would do it. All right. Now with that out of the way, let's get straight to it. So Sam Howell is officially named the Washington Commanders starting quarterback for this 2023 season, and this is no surprise. I mean, we knew this since they announced that he was getting the chance to start last year. Like, we knew he was going to have an opportunity to start last year. And by all the offseason moves, you could clearly see the way that they were moving. They weren't in no urgency to bring in a serious threat to Sam Howell starting. Like, we talked a little bit about potential young quarterbacks that we could draft, but for the most part, we knew Sam Howell was gonna be the starter since he played in that game versus Dallas. Like, it was only one game, but it was such an impactful one game, and I know the bar is set so low for us, so that's pretty bad, but it was an impactful one game that's the best quarterback play we've seen since Kirk Cousins. And it was so good to the coaching staff that they like, hey, we need to have him be the starter or or at least compete for the starting job. But it was never no competition because you brought in Jacoby Brissett, which again, Jacoby Brissett is a really good backup, but it was nobody that was a serious threat to Sam Howell starting. So although all along they wanted to not announce Sam Howell as a starter, as rightfully so, you should never do that for a young guy. We learned our lesson the hard way here. You got to make him earn it, So they were doing it the right way, saying it's a competition. He has to earn it. But deep down inside, we've been knew Sam Howell was the starter, man. And what he did in that last game of the season and into the first preseason game this year, you could just see that he's ready. And you hear from everything out of training camp. You hear what his teammates says. You hear what his coaching staff says. So you hear him talk himself. He just seems like he gets it, man. And I'm super excited for him, man. Again, 5th round guy, that would have potentially been a 1st round, 2nd round pick in any other draft class, but he just fell to the narrative of that whole entire draft class, right? But we know Sam Howell is really not a 5th round talent, and I'm excited because I feel like he is going to be able to show that to guys. Like, a lot of people are writing Washington off and saying I'm crazy for predicting Washington to win 12 games and stuff like that, because I genuinely think we have the opportunity to do that. Now, I realistically think we'll probably finish 10-7, 11-6, but I have us maxing out our highest potential being 12-5. So with that being said, man, I'm excited and I'm happy he's getting his opportunity to start this year. He deserves it and he worked his tail off for it, and I'm behind him. Again, like I said, this is the first time in my lifetime that I've seen a fan base behind one player. Like, I rarely see any negative comments about Sam Howell. About Kirk Cousins, the fan base was split. About RG3, the fan base was split. About Carson Wentz, the fan base was split. About Taylor Heineke, the fan base was split. But this guy, everybody for the most part is behind Sam Howell. And if you're not behind Sam Howell and you're a Washington fan, you're just more so nervous because you don't know what to expect, which is understandably so. But once he puts all the doubters to bed, week 1 or week 2 rather, he has a good performance, because obviously we expect him to do good against Arizona. So a lot of fans are still on the fence, probably not going to want to come off the fence if he dominates Arizona, because you're going to be like, that's what he's supposed to do. But more so that week 2 game or even that week 3 game, whether we win or lose, if he has a good performance, I feel like by that time y'all are going to realize we have a franchise quarterback that we've been desperately needing and missing here in Washington. I cannot wait, man. I'm so happy for Sam Howell, and I'm happy that we finally potentially have our franchise quarterback. This team is ready to win. And we've been missing that quarterback, and it seems like we finally have him. Only time is going to tell what this season looks like for Sam Howell, but I think it's going to be a really good one. With that being said, it's me, boy Juan Gotti. Like, comment, subscribe. Hail to the Washington Commanders. Go enjoy y'all Friday. We got it kicked off with a banger by Sam Howell being announced as the Washington Commanders starter for the 2023 season. We already knew it, but it's great that it's official. So with that being said, it's me, boy Juan Gotti. Like, comment, subscribe, hail to the Washington Commanders. We're on the road to 6,000 subscribers, so please hit that subscribe button again if you haven't already. Thank you so much. See y'all next time. I'm out. Peace.
When do you feel like it really started to sink in that the potential of being QB1 was within your grasp?
Yeah, it's a great question. Obviously I came in last year. I was the third guy last year, so I was just trying to do everything I could to, be a good teammate and try to help my team every way that I could. And then I knew after that last game I played, Coach Rivera kind of told me that I'd have an opportunity to compete for the job. So obviously that gave me a lot of excitement and confidence going into the offseason. So I just tried to do everything I could to become the best player I could and just try to come back and just try to do everything I can to give my team a chance to win and just try to do everything I can with the opportunity that I have.
What's the reality, though, of the confidence that you can really lean into with just the one start, at the end of the season last year?
Yeah, it's only one game. It was a good game for us offensively and as a team. It was a good game. But at the end of the day, I know it's one game. And obviously there was some confidence that came from that game. But really my confidence just comes from how hard I work and how hard I work this offseason and in our practices. I've had some really good practices in training camp, and I feel like our offense is in a really good spot. So I think my confidence just comes from my preparation and in my teammates. I have a really good group of guys around me, and it's so much fun being out there with them.
So your dad's name is Duke?
Yep.
Yeah, we're going to have to work on that.
Yeah, it's actually my middle name.
Oh, it's your middle name too? Yeah, we're going to have to work on that too. And your mom is Amy, so I'm just curious, how are your parents acting right now about the potential of you leading this franchise? Any examples of them being, giddy or embarrassing you about it at all? Or?
Yeah, they try to keep it low-key and try not to, get too excited about it, but they are definitely excited. My whole family and all my friends back home are super excited about me having this opportunity, and so it's just a lot of fun. I have so much support back home, and all those people are the reason I'm where I'm at today, so it's so much fun just to have them behind me.
So how do you think Eric Bieniemy's history of just working with Patrick Mahomes and having, the Super Bowl experience is just impacting you specifically mentally, if you can give some examples, and even just technically?
Yeah, I think the main thing with EB is he knows how to win, and he's always won at every single level, whether he was a player or a coach. And obviously he's coming from an organization in Kansas City who's had a lot of success. They've been the best team in the league for the past 5 or 6 years now, and so.
But give me some examples, if you think back to practice, how he's putting that imprint on you, if we can get out of that quarterback speak a little bit. Give me some examples.
Yeah. Obviously he was around Pat, and Pat's playing the position at such a high level, and so he knows what it takes to be great. And if there's little things that he sees here and there, or things that they did in Kansas City, or things that just he thinks that I can do better, he always tells me. And we watched a lot of Kansas City tape, and we kind of see how they were doing things, and we're trying to do a lot of those same things. So it's just, for me, it's just such a blessing to have a coach like that came from a place like Kansas City, and a guy like Patrick, that they were doing it at such a high level.
So some folks making some comments just about the tough manner a little bit of Eric Bieniemy. He's old school and things like that. So what's up with that? Can you guys handle the tough love? I expect the Tar Heel not to be,
Yeah, I think there was a lot of misunderstanding.
Yeah, explain that to me. How so?
Out there, we love EB, and we love that he's hard on us. He does coach hard, but I think us players, man, we want that. We want to be coached hard, and we want him to push us to be our best. And that's ultimately what he wants from us as players. He wants us to be our best. He truly cares for us. He has our back, and we truly love playing for him. And so I don't know, people can say whatever they want, but we love the guy, and we love being pushed by him, and he knows what it takes. And we thrive off that, and we feed off his energy.
And speaking of thriving, you have a phenomenal wide receiver trio here, and I'm just curious how you think your potential connection with them this season can compare to the likes of what Jalen has with his trio and AJ, Devontae, and Quez, or even like a Joe Burrow with Jamar and Tyler and also T.
Yeah, I mean, I think we have three of the best guys in the league, and I love our receivers. And we spent a lot of time this offseason and in training camp just working on our timing, working on our chemistry. And those guys make my job so much easier. And that's all I can ask for. You know, they get open very easily, and you know I can always rely on them to beat their guys in man coverage, and they have a good feel for zone coverage as well. So I feel like we're in a really good spot. It's just so much fun to get out there and play with those guys. You know, last year I got to sit back and watch them a lot. I didn't really get to play with them, but I'm just super excited for the opportunity to play with three great guys like that.